guys, Salena Trabuc here. I'm an independent promoter with the company Prüvor, and I am fired up because I get to talk about one of my favorite topics in Prüvor Nation, and that's all about new Prüvors. And it has literally been almost 2.5 years since I was blessed with this amazing opportunity that Miss Abigail reached out to me and was like, "Hey, are you interested in an opportunity?" I had been literally watching her for 6 months. She didn't know that, but had been watching about the product. And when I jumped all in, I had that little bit of belief. How many of you on here are like, "Hey, listen, I've dabbled or I've joined one of those little community marketing things with hopes that I would be able to walk away from a job or that I would be able to have some extra income to where I could in turn be able to take my family on a vacation," whatever that dream is. Maybe it's pay off a credit card. Maybe it's be able to pay your electric bill. Well, I've got to tell you, I literally had my back against the wall when we got started with this. And I was working a job that was literally sucking the life out of me. But I got started on this amazing product. And as Abigail was saying earlier, it really starts with having that experience. It is very easy to go out there and share something that we are super passionate about. So I want to welcome you tonight for hopping on here because A, you've already had an experience. B, maybe you haven't had an experience, but you're like me. You're like, hey, there has to be more to life. Like I've seen people be successful with sharing something they're passionate about. So you're interested in learning more about that opportunity. So tonight I'm going to share a little bit more. I was a registered nurse. I was working about 60 to 80 hours a week. And can everybody else hear me? Am I cutting out? Nope. Okay. So I was working about 60 to 80 hours a week with my nursing job when I had Prüvor come into my life. So I have got to let you guys know, it doesn't matter where you are, what you're juggling, you literally can build this in the pockets of your life, okay? So how do you get started? Well, first and foremost, today luckily is a sale day, all right? If you're watching this on a recording, it may not be sale day anymore, but I've got to tell you, any day and every day is a great time and a great opportunity to join with our amazing company. So with that in turn, you can buy a experience pack, all right? The experience pack, that max experience pack is my #1 recommendation. And how do you do that? What do you do? Well, first and foremost, you can be like some individuals. You go ahead and you put that on a credit card or you use your debit card, whichever that is. I've got to tell you, you got to put a little bit of skin in the game and that'll make you run a little bit faster. I know for me, it was like, okay, I've got to do a little wiggle worm in order to buy this pack. So that put my feet into motion. I was like, all right, I've got to start sharing this. I've got to start getting this out there more. It made me push to get uncomfortable to connect people with Abigail. And that's one of the things that I really want to hone in, guys. This, when you come into Prüvor, when you join, you're not in this by yourself. You are not alone in this. You are going to have somebody that's going to lock arms with you. You're going to have a community that's going to surround you, support you, and help you through every single process of that. So what is in that experience pack? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to just get into the meat and potatoes of this, guys. So this Prüvor 101 is literally going to be, hey, what do I need? How do I get started? How do I keep this simple? And how can I make this be successful? Okay. We're going to screen share here, guys. If you're on here, maybe you've been showed this link, maybe you haven't been sent it, but make sure you write it down in your notes right now. So it's going to be at pruvitnow.com/fast start. Make sure that you save that you put that to play and you go through and you watch this video. So right now on your screen, you're going to see some PDFs here at the top of this. Okay. So this is literally going to be the tool that you're going to use, the resource that you're going to use to fill out, to look at, to see what your goals are. I'm going to tell you, don't come in saying, hey, I'm just going to see what happens in this first 30 days. I'm going to tell you guys to really, truly commit to 120 days. All right. Not 30, but let's commit to 120 days. We've all heard, even with a diet, with any type of transition, like really it's that 120 days that really makes that difference. It's not just doing something for 30. So there are bonuses that Prüvor has put into place that you're going to be able to be rewarded during that first 14, 30, and your first 120 days, in addition to what you're getting in kickback just by sharing the conversation. So first and foremost, you need to buy that experience pack. All right. So that's going to be 200 servings of ketones. Okay. So those 200 servings of ketones are going to be we divide it up into 20 10-day experiences, okay? So those 20 10-day experiences, I sell them for 70 a piece. Everybody kind of shifts those. They determine that price to, whatever their price break is that they're willing. It also depends. Are you mailing it? So I charge 70 across the board. So no matter what, I'm getting that coverage on the product itself. I'm also getting the coverage on the mailing aspect. But you've got 20 people that are going to be able to experience with a 10-day. How many of you on this call, first I want to know, how many of you watched a campfire video before you were introduced to this conversation, before you tried a 10-day, before you ordered, before you even thought about this opportunity, you tried a 10-day? Yep, I see it. All right. So, sorry, you watched the video. So then how many of you on here did a 5 or a 10-day experience? Awesome. Yep. So literally you guys already have seen what happens and what it takes in order to share this conversation. So with those 10-day experiences, that really is the traction, because most people want to test something out. They want to try something out before they just jump all in on something, okay? They also, most people want to know, what are all these flavors? Well, when I got started 2.5 years ago, it's pretty simple because we only had one. We only had Orange Dream. Now we have a blessing in disguise, because here we have a plethora of different flavors that we can literally match the hatch and figure out what that person's going to be able to be successful with, right? Because if they don't like a flavor, then more than likely they're not going to continue on for 30 days. So we want to make sure that they're having a great taste test experience in that 10-day where they're really able to establish what flavor it is. All right. So make sure with these 10 days that you're really truly establishing what that outcome is, what that benefit is that they are seeking in this. All right. So on this fast start page, right down here on the bottom, you're going to see this video right here that says Taking Our Go Challenge. I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to make sure you've watched this. If you've already watched it once, go back and watch it again. It's literally going to give you the basis of exactly what you need to hit our go, go, go. All right. So go, go, go is the fastest way to get your business up and running. Right here in this PDF that I'm opening up here is going to literally give you the roadmap for what you need in order to hit go, go, and go. So that is Go Pro, Go MVP, and Go All-Star, all right? So in your first 14 days, and another reason why we want to make sure that you're buying that experience pack with those 200 servings is because you're going to get a rank 5 pass. Now, some of you are probably like me going, what does a rank 5 pass mean? So a rank 5 pass means for an entire year, you're going to be paid as if you're a rank 5. All right. So from the beginning of each month, you are paid for an entire year as if you're a rank 5. So that really doesn't come into play too much until you get other promoters that are excited about sharing this conversation. And the moment that you have them, and say one really takes off and they've got people 4 and 5 levels down below them, that means that you're getting paid on every single one of those individuals at that higher rate. Okay. Also, you're going to get a double direct bonus. So with that double direct bonus, that means that you're going to get 40% instead of 20% back in your Go Fast bonus period. Okay. So say they're buying that same promoter experience pack that you're buying, you're going to get $260 versus $130 off of that experience pack. Okay. So there is a big shift, a big, addition to buying that experience pack. You're going to make more money back off the top of it, but also for an entire year, you're going to get paid more because you're already getting that base that you're paid at a rank 5 level for an entire year. Okay. So those 200 servings, once you divide those up, once you start getting those out there, and I'm going to touch on, after I go over this a little bit more, I'm going to touch on what is the best way to get that conversation out there? What are the best steps in order to really get those 200 servings out there in the marketplace to really work for you, okay? So first and foremost, Go Pro in your first 14 days, all right, you're gonna have a Go Challenge button that you're gonna hit. You either you can hit that before that 14-day window starts up, or you can wait 14 days from when you hit promoter, whenever you pay that $37 fee. I'm going to tell you guys from experience and what I've seen over and over and over again in the last 2.5 years, don't wait. All right. First of all, you don't need to have some amazing, crazy experience yourself personally. Second of all, you don't need to know all of the stuff that Dr. Carden just got done talking about. All right. Because we literally have resources all over, from the Prove It Facebook page to our Keto 101 to our Hacked magazines. We've got live Ask the Specialist on Wednesdays on our Prove It Facebook page. That Prove It Facebook page, the corporate page, is locked solid full of information and resources for you guys. So you don't need to become a keto expert. Now, as I said earlier, I'm a nurse, and I'm also a personal trainer. I have a fitness background. So putting on that hat was something that was a mistake that I made in the beginning. All right. I felt like I needed to know all of those things. That really will do your business a disjustice. Okay. The only time that I get to talk nerdy is when I get to lead a keto 101. Okay. Or I'm doing a workshop at that point in time, because the other individuals, I'm just sharing the conversation because, hey, they're like I was. They were exhausted every single day. They were needing more energy. They needed better sleep. They were wanting to be able to fit into their clothes comfortably. They wanted to be able to be comfortable in their body. Those individuals, they need to know how simple it is when somebody else comes to them and says, oh my gosh, you look amazing. What is this glow about you? We want to keep that simplicity, so they're going to be confident to be able to go out there and duplicate that. So your Go Pro, all right, in your first 14 days. So you guys already, we're going to say, hey, listen, you've already bought that experience pack. And again, don't forget that we have that sale going on today. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that, because you're going to get even more off the top of your experience pack out of return that ultimately you could use for your event tickets. So you came in today, you paid your $37 fee as a promoter, you bought your experience pack as a promoter. You can either hit that Go Challenge button today, or you can wait 14 days, okay, before it automatically starts. Either way, you have 14 days from hitting that Go Challenge button that it will be in your cloud.justproveit.com account, okay? So from that counter, you need to have and you need to hit a goal of 1,000 in team volume. So I'm just going to give you guys some references, and it shows it all right here on this sheet, that an experience pack, the one with the 2 older versions, the Keto OS, and then the one Maui Punch in it. All right. So you've got 200 servings in that. That one is worth 650 BV. If you sell to 2 other customers, all right, if you sell at least a 30 serving of On The Go and a 30 serving of a canister, you're going to get 100 in BV. Okay, so this, again, this is just an example. Underneath of your downloads in your cloud.justproveit account, there is a sheet in there. It's a customer's buyer's guide, and there's a promoter's buyer's guide. Those are 2 amazing resources to have printed out and to have looking at as you're going down this journey. Now, when there is a sale going on, just keep in mind that BV is prorated. So it will be a little less than what it shows that, hey, if they buy XYZ, this is how much BV it's worth. But that is a spot for you to be able to look at it and see. But just as an example, you would have 850 in volume if you sold to 2 customers, at least a 30 serving a piece, and then you had that experience pack that was the one with the chocolate swirl, the orange dream, and the Maui Punch in it, okay? So then you would need to sell, say, box of cream and a box of Max, and that would equal your total of 1,000 in team volume. So you have to have a minimum of 2 customers. We cannot do this all with promoters. All right, once you have done that, and that's your first $250 bonus, okay? So your next bonus is gonna be your MVP, all right? So then before that 30-day window happens, we just want to repeat what we just did in GoPro. So you're gonna get another 1,000 in team volume. So you're ultimately gonna reach 2,000 in team volume. Okay, so the fastest way, obviously, again, is going to be bringing promoters on. That's going to be the fastest way for your business to go. And I know for me, it was a little nerve-wracking to talk about the business and talk about the opportunity, but I've got to tell you guys, after 2.5 years, everybody could use some extra money, okay? So ask. If we don't ask, we never know where that person is. And, you know, that really opens up that segue to find out what their needs are and where they are. Maybe it's not them. Maybe they think of somebody else that they can connect you with, that this would be an amazing opportunity. You know, for me to be able to walk away from that 12-year nursing career that was literally sucking the life out of me and be able to go do something that I absolutely love every day and to be able to put smiles on somebody's faces, that was a blessing. And had Abigail not asked, I would not be where I am to today. So know that asking is, you know, you're just sharing that passion, you're sharing that opportunity with somebody. And if you don't ask the question, then usually the result's never going to end up coming. So get comfortable in asking, get comfortable in connecting with the person that you're working with. So after you hit Go MVP, all right, so you've mastered hitting Go MVP. You've gotten that other $500 in extra bonus cash. So that's $750 in total bonus cash that you can earn in your first 30 days, okay? So with that, once you hit your MVP, you're gonna wanna help these other promoters that are on board. And I've gotta tell you, again, we're here as a community. You're gonna have a mentor, you're gonna have a coach that you're working with. So that doesn't mean that you are brand new, maybe you've never done anything in community marketing before, that you have to step up and you have have to lead and you have to show these people how to do things. Your coach and your mentor is going to help you. So we really follow a system of I do, we do, you do. So we're literally going to coach you all the way through that. So we're going to help to coach you. We're going to help you to get your or assist your new promoters in hitting MVP. So you're going to have 5 new promoters you're going to want to bring on before that first 120 days is up. And if you help them all, we help them together hit MVP, then you're going to get another $1,000 bonus on top of that. Okay. So that is a huge chunk of money that you can reinvest back into your business. That's a huge chunk of money that you can also use to make sure that you get to the events. All right. The events are key and vital to really realizing the power of the ketone technology, but also the company at hand, and really being able to feel the heartbeat of the company. When you come on board, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you download the Prove It Pulse app, all right? That is going to be your link to the heartbeat of the company. That's what's going to keep you connected and engaged to all of the opportunity calls, to all of the information that's out there. So make sure that you download that Prove It Pulse app. Make sure that you get familiar with what your links are, okay? So your links, literally the 2 that I use the most, remember that campfire video we were just talking about earlier. The campfire video is on your referralcode.experienceketo.com link, all right? Your links are going to be located at the Your links are going to be located at the on the front page of your cloud office when you log in. Scooch this over and I'm going to show you guys what your cloud's going to look like. Whoops, I just lost my screen. All right, so when you log into your cloud.justproveit.com, you're going to have the green Go Challenge button right here on the left-hand side. That's that button I was talking about, when you can either A, hit that first in your 14 days, or you can wait and it's automatically going to start 14 days after you say yes, okay? So your downloads are going to be down here on the bottom left-hand corner. Make sure that you hit this drop-down arrow, that you open those up, that you print those off, that you get familiar with those, okay? Again, that Customer's Buyer's Guide is a vital key. Also, your Promoter's Buyer's Guide. If you're wanting to know all about how to get paid, I'm going to be honest, most of us have no clue exactly how we get paid on everything. We literally go out there and share the conversation. If you want to make more money, go out there and start more conversations, okay? You're going to track your go. So that Go Pro, your Go MVP, and your Go All-Star right here underneath of your rewards section. Now, if you signed up, you bought that experience pack. Hope we're loading. You bought that experience pack. This is going to show that you are a rank 5. That's kind of scary. That's kind of intimidating for most people to look at. Oh, wow, I've got to have all of that in volume. Take it down. Hit this other little drop down. Take it down to rank 1 3-star. Take it down to rank 2-star. So it shows you something that looks achievable, that looks obtainable, okay? It's going to all start out gray. We want to turn those things all to yellow and then ultimately to green, okay? So your Go Pro bonus, right here underneath of your rewards section, your Go Pro bonus is going to be right here underneath of these weekly bonuses. You're going to hit that drop down, and we're locked up. How'd I go? Oh, here we go. Typically, this would show gray here. But when you start adding in customers, when you start adding in promoters, it will turn yellow. So this is where it's going to show you that 1,000 in team volume that we need to track. It's going to also show you that you have to have a minimum of 2 customers. So these sections here, again, they're going to start out gray. As you start adding individuals, it'll turn yellow, and then it's going to turn green. So we want to gamify this. We want to, each time that you bring somebody on, go in here, look and see where you are and track it. So this is where you can track how close you are to hitting your Go Pro, your Go MVP, and then later, once you get your promoters on board, tracking your Go All-Star bonus. So make sure underneath of here that you hit all those drop downs, that you look, you can actually see each individual that you sign up in those different areas. The other thing that I want to touch on while we're in here, I'm going to challenge each of you guys to make sure that you, when you come on board, that you go through and you check out your entire back office, all right? But when you are going through here, go to manage, go to your community, all right? Your community is going to show you every person that has enrolled underneath of you, okay? So here we see, here's a purple badge. A purple badge means that's a promoter. The Smart Ship customers, all right, are going to be yellow, and then any just regular customers that have placed a one-time order are going to be green. So if one is showing gray. I want to make sure that you guys know this up front. If they are showing gray, gray means they did not complete their order. They did not finish their order. So we always want to make sure that we're checking back in with those individuals and that we're helping assist them with placing their orders. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tip. Whenever I have a new customer that's ordering, I really encourage them. I typically will send a message. I'm like, hey, what time are you going to place your order? Hey, what time can we connect to place your order? And I literally go through and I walk them through placing their order. First, I want to make sure that they know I'm there to help them. I want them to know that I am a customer service for them, okay? I also want to make sure that we get all of their order completed and that it does get finished. Second, I want to help them to be able to set up their referrer codes, okay? So that little referrer code, just like what you guys, if you already have an account as a customer, you have a referrer code now, okay? And you can actually share the campfire video. So I set each of my customers up with that referrer code and I type it all out. I send their referrer code.experienceketo.com, okay? That's gonna be the #1 video, whether you're a customer or you're a promoter, that you're gonna send out so that people can watch that campfire video. If somebody says, oh my, what is that you're shaking up? What is that you're drinking? Then they're going to have that link to be able to share that. And I just let my customers know, hey, somebody's going to ask you what that is that you're drinking, okay? So we set them up with that link, and we also set them up with their Shop Keto link, all right? So where are those links located? They are right here on the front page of your Cloud Office. All right, so you've got your Smart Ship section. You want to always make sure that your Smart Ship is set up. As Dr. Carden was talking earlier, free product. Our customers and our promoters both can get free product. We both qualify for 22% off if they're set up on Smart Ships, okay? So your links are right here on this front page underneath of the share section. So Experience Keto, Shop Keto are the two that I use the most. My Prove It Now link, I do not use as often. I use that one if I'm specifically sending somebody a resource or a tool. Remember, I was talking earlier about resources and tools to be able to share. So we don't need to be an expert. The only thing we need to do is know how to ask the question of, hey, what do you know about ketones and ketosis, okay? So using the play that works. So the Experience Keto link, you guys have seen that. These Keto U videos, these are ones that your coach, as you're going along, will send these to you. You'll be able to save these on a space, whether that is on a Google Keep. I really encourage you guys to check out Google Keep, get with the promoter or the mentor that you're working with, and they can help you with getting that Google Keep, or shoot me a message and I can help you to set up a Google Keep where you can start saving these resources, okay? Stop screen sharing here. But as far as getting started, all right, so that was a lot of back office. That was a lot of like, where do you go? Where do you track this? How do you do this? That's kind of the kind of bah stuff, a little bit bah. Now we get into the fun stuff. What do we do? What is the first thing? You sign in tonight, you are pumped up, you're fired up, you really want to make a Facebook post, right? Well, we want to slow you down just a little bit. First and foremost, we want to help you every step of the way be successful. So that's going to be helping you to get a post that, first of all, we don't want to be spammy. How many of you have been on Facebook and you've seen these posts and you're like, oh, I know what they're selling before you ever even read it? You don't even have to look at it. You just know by glancing at it, right? Yep, I see some hands going up. So we really want to make sure that we are creating something that's piquing interest. I want somebody to look at my post and I want them to say, oh my, that's me. Oh, there's hope. Like, oh, that could help me. Hey, she's having amazing results. We want it to pique interest. We don't want to go out there making these big prove it banners. We don't want to go out there saying, drink all of these ketones. We want to share from a state that somebody's going to read that and say, oh, she has something that could help me. We want to literally pique interest and make sure that we're bringing value to somebody, okay? So we never want to just post our links out there saying, hey, go check it out here. And your coach will literally help to coach you and train you through this. So first and foremost, they're going to help to coach you to guide or to create that post of curiosity that's really coming sincerely from your heart. So think about what that is for you. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different benefit that's really resonated or really stepped out to them. For me, I haven't had a 100-pound transformation, guys, all right? I think far too often we get drawn to the fat loss aspect. For me, it's being happy. For me, it's being able to smile. It's not living in that cloud and having to sleep on the couch all the time, you know? So my story is different than somebody else's. So figuring out what is the benefit that's really stepped out to you that's on the side of that box, all right? And working with that coach to create that post that you're going to be able to speak to those other individuals that need this, all right? They need it just like you did in your life, okay? So we really want to come from a state of sharing. The other aspect is we want you to think warm market, all right? I know everybody's thinking, oh, I don't want to do any kind of call things. I've got to tell you, that's where we really get to establish a relationship. So don't get weird and say, hey, my business partner, I want to connect you with them. Just take and put that person into a message on Messenger after you've shared it. So you've piqued curiosity. Maybe that person at work's been bugging you saying, what is this? What is this? And you've held out and you haven't told them what it is. Then send them your video, all right? After you've said, hey, what do you know about ketones, the ketone operating system and ketosis? Then you're going to send them a little video. And the minute that they ask any kind of questions, you're going to in turn put them in a messenger, or you're going to connect them with somebody that can answer those questions and help you. All right. First of all, this is going to raise your belief. Second of all, this is going to help you to learn those questions. And third, you're going to learn so much more about that person. Okay. We're going to be able to help find out what that really is, how this can really help that person in this aspect. Otherwise, it'll straight go to, hey, what's the price of it? And then there's going to be an objection, right? How many of you have done that yourself personally? I know for me, it's like, oh, nope, it's not free. Maybe not. Well, we want to help you with that. We want to be able to bring that value to that person so that we can help them to see how this truly can help them. So we've got our Facebook posts, and I want you guys to know that Facebook is one of those things. It's really kind of that 5 to 7 exposures, all right? It's really kind of just following up. It's piquing a little bit of interest, but you're going to have about 70% of your Facebooks actually, or your social media is actually just going to sit back and watch you. So we've got Facebook as a resource, all right? But that's more of our kind of the slow play. First and foremost, we really need to reach out to those individuals, A, that we work with, B, that are our friends, C, that are our family, those warm market individuals that we know, those people that have already started to see a transformation, or those people that we know, A, they're tired every single day, B, that they, need more energy, C, that they've been seeking and trying to obtain fat loss and haven't been able to do that. So those warm market individuals, that is really where you want to start with, all right? I know that's kind of the scary part, but pick up the phone. Pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, I'm super excited about this. What do you know about the ketone operating system? And this literally is the play that works, guys. So you're going to say, what do you know about the ketone operating system and ketosis? And whatever they say, you're going to say, hey, listen, if I send you a 4-minute video, will you watch it and let me know if it makes sense? Once they send something back to you, then you're immediately going to plug them in with your coach, all right? So in the beginning, let us be the wheels. Let us be the one helping you to navigate through all these questions and all of the information that is at hold. Second of all, we're going to have you guys have a little mixer, all right? So this isn't going to be one of those things where we're going to come in talking about the business opportunity. This is literally, we want you to have about 3 to 5 individuals that can come over, sit in your living room. You're going to shake up some ketones. You can put us on a Zoom, so you don't have to be the expert. Again, you don't need to know anything besides A, how to share that video, how to ask the question, B, how to share that video, and then connect them with somebody else. So we can Zoom in, or if we're close to you where you are, I know sometimes we have individuals that are in other states, but if we're close to where you are, we literally can come over and help share that conversation. It's all about sharing your experience. So, first and foremost, if I was coming into a mixer in that first week for somebody, I would share about my experience with ketones. They're going to share about their experience. Maybe their mom's drinking them. They're going to share. All right. We can always plug somebody else in. So it's literally the ability to shake up some ketones, pour it in some little glasses, share the campfire video, and share your experience with ketones to let people know the power of what you have, all right? And then A, they can either order right then and there because they've already figured out and established what flavor it is, or B, they can go ahead and buy a 5 or a 10-day experience, okay? So the next aspect that we want to share with is making sure that you're staying plugged into this community. If you're really wanting to run with this, if you're really wanting to take this to that next level, make sure that you truly lock arms with the individual that's helping to coach and helping to mentor you. Make sure that you plug into the calls. So we have trainings just like we did earlier with the Keto 101, all about the product to raise your belief, to help you to understand it. But second of all, we have promoter trainings each week that you can plug into in order to raise that belief even more. Maybe it's mindset, maybe it's learning a little bit more about leadership. So we have those for you to be able to plug into, okay? So today, I want you guys to decide, are you a raving fan that you want to go out there and you want to share this a little bit and, you know, maybe make a little bit, or do you really want to go out there and champion the conversation and be a part of, like, think about other people having the same experience that you've had with ketones, or maybe this amazing experience that your child has had with ketones. So you get to decide. You get to be the one who establishes how fast or how slow this goes. And we will meet you, we will match you with wherever you are in this journey. But I'm going to challenge each and every one of you on here to go out there and truly just think, like, if sky's the limit, if there was no limit to where you could go with this, where would you want to go with it? How could it impact your life? How could it change your life? What is your why behind it? I know for me, the product itself, my why was my kids, all right? Me being able also to grow this business and create a different lifestyle, to create a legacy, was for me to be able to stop being the part-time mom and start being the full-time mom that was truly present and having a job that I absolutely loved every single day, all right? Having a passion that I loved every single day. So plug into the community, plug into our corporate calls. Monday nights, Tuesday nights, we have corporate calls. Saturday nights, we have corporate calls. All of that gets pushed out onto our Prüvor Pulse app. But if you're sitting here today, before you hit that button, or if you've already hit that button and you've signed up as a promoter, I want you to ask yourself these 3 things. And I want you to send that to the person that invited you to this call, the person that is mentoring and coaching you. Why did you decide to become a promoter with Prüvor? Or why are you looking forward to why are you looking forward to becoming a promoter with Prüvor? Second of all, I want you to ask, if you could achieve any rank or financial goal with Prüvor, what would that monthly, yearly income look like for you? And how would that impact your life and your family's life? And second of all, what are the things that you don't do enough of now? What are the things that you would like to do more of? So I challenge you to write those 3 things. If you're sitting here today saying, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I want you to know that you have a whole community that will literally cheer you on, help you. This can be one of the most absolutely amazing journeys of your life, to be able to share something with this technology, with this, research and science back behind it, that truly can transform lives. So remember, use the play that works. Just ask the question, what do you know about the ketone operating system in ketosis, or biohacking in ketosis? Know how to send that little video. Know how to connect them with your coach or your mentor, whether that's on Facebook, whether that's on Voxer, whether that's on a text message or a call, whatever that they prefer, and stay plugged into the community. Have a great night, guys.